Good evening and greetings, adventurers. Welcome to GrowedUpGeek Gaming. I am your host and Dungeon Master Manny at GrowedUpGeek on your social medias, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. Welcome to tonight's show. It's Tuesday, so that means we're here for our flagship long-term campaign, Eberron Tranquility's Twilight. We have a big episode coming up. Before we do, we will meet our players, do a quick recap, and jump right in. We have a kind of a lot to get to, including some custom made maps by myself that I would like everybody to see and judge critically so I can feel terrible about myself. No, just kidding. I'm very excited. Like, making your own maps has just been such a cool thing, and I can't wait for these guys to see it. Before they do get to see these cool new maps that I have made, let us meet these guys as they sit. Let us start with our mysterious, creepy warlock who loves his friends. Tenta, tell us about Masaow. You're muted, buddy. I think. Hey.
Wow. Okay.
Hey.
How about that? Psyched myself out there. I'm Tenta. I'm playing Masaow. He is creepy. He is a warlock. He is going to make sure that these guys survive everything.
Sure. I mean, motivations, whatever. The end goal, I cannot let you guys die for whatever creepy reason. Yeah. All right, fabulous. Let us move to our other kind of arcane, but much more of the diligent study and not weird, creepy demon daddy. Our little wizard, two-time gnome, gnome award winner. Landon, tell us about Kai.
Yes, I play a gnome named Caesidius. He is an Order of the Scribes wizard. He likes his companions. The worms were a little creepy, sure, but following the blood of all, he has been around the sort of creepy before, and so he has an appreciation of it, even though he's not, like, he doesn't want to be touching the worms or anything like that, but, he doesn't think it's necessarily something to fear. But, like I said, he's a wizard. He has an interesting problem to approach this week with the problem that was left last week. I don't want to say too much, but we'll get into it. That's all I'll say for this week.
That's fine. I mean, we're going to get into it, so we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Last and not least, our investigator and pusher through of anybody trying to stop him from going where he wants to. Dustin, tell us about Rel.
Yeah, I'm playing. My name's Dustin. I'm playing a character named Rel. He is a dragon-marked human, and he is a gunslinger. He's, sort of working with the Brelish military, because that's what he does. And yeah, he's here to investigate things and make sure that things go well. Yep.
And there are things to investigate. All right, awesome. That is our amazing cast. Once again, shout out to our boy Lou. Can't be with us again this week. Miss you, buddy. All right, that is our amazing cast. Once again, your host and Dungeon Master Manny. Last week, the party set out to bring about the not a good look Crown Prince, who's been missing for 2 attacks on his family, between the attack on the train with his sister that the party managed to stave off, as well as the rather significant attack at the royal wedding. He had made himself scarce for both of them, and if not out loud, at least amongst whispers and quiet circles, kind of raised questions of the Crown Prince and being missing for these kinds of things. So the party set out from the king himself to bring the prince home. They found him at the royal tent of Prince Orgev of the destroyed nation of Seer, currently living in New Seer, ruling over what is essentially a tent city refugee camp left made of Syrians displaced in the attack, as well as many who'd been living abroad and wanted to come closer to their own people. The prince of Seir turned him over, not out of some obligation, but mostly to make his own life better. Wasn't a good look to have him kind of hanging out there, that if King Bornel wanted him, he could come in and take him whenever he wanted. And so as to protect his people and not have to deal with things that are essentially not his problem, he turned the prince over, who went. The party returned him to the king and were sent off to their boss, Lieutenant Torfin's tower, which she instructed him. She thanked them for their great service, in addition to planting a device at the mansion of House Madani. The king had been recently questioning his loyalty to the crown. Rel snuck in, placed it in the piano, yeah?
That is correct.
Yeah. Placed it in the piano of the drunken baron before returning home, which they were rewarded with a nice little safe house within the walls of the castle that we will see here in a second. And were also instructed that their next mission was to rob like a money wagon being transported through the countryside that belonged to the Swords of Liberty. And the Brelish crown wants it, not only to keep it from their enemies, but also to enrich themselves. And the party was sent to their house for an overnight rest. In the morning, they would be given more intelligence and how to proceed from there. So we will pick it up. Let us go ahead and let's do the house. Boom. Let me go ahead and put you all down. Boom. Boom. And boom. All right. So you walk a few blocks from Torfin's tower and see a two-story stone house set back within the walls of the castle, somewhat nondescript. And it was the house that Torfin instructed that is now yours, is your kind of barracks meeting place, all sorts of bells and whistles that come with the house. And you stand outside. The door appears slightly open, and you hear the kind of mechanical whirring sounds of gears, perhaps a construct of some sort, kind of not beeping like the Roadrunner, but like kind of making its way inside the house. What would you all like to do?
I would like to walk on in.
Okay.
And I guess the butler is there, correct?
Yes.
Warforged butler?
Yes.
That
is exactly what he is.
Kai will sort of wave, and he will say, "Hi, we were told to come here as sort of make our quarters here. Kai, Rel, and Masaow. Yes. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yes. Very, very good, gentlemen. Welcome to your home. I am Butler. I am here to assist you in any ways you may need within the confines of this structure. If you would like, I may offer a tour, and then you may proceed into whatever it is that you fine gentlemen need to do on behalf of His Majesty the King.
Yes, I think a tour would be fantastic. I'll kind of look towards Masaow and Rel, and kind of wait for them to move on forward. So
Yes, very well. Master Masaow, Master Rel, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance and to serve the three of you as well as His Majesty the King. If you will follow me, I will show you some of the amenities, not that you may ever need them. I am fully schooled in making sure that all of your needs are met, that this place is tidied and secure when you are not here. So if everybody will follow me, and he starts like backing up, like he's literally giving like a museum tour. Yes, to the left here, you will see a kitchen in which all organic beings such as yourself require sustenance as well as hydration. I will handle most of this should anybody else like to. Otherwise, it is my pleasure and my function to do so. Crosses the hallway. In here is your meeting room. This is where most of your messages will be sent by His Majesty or Lieutenant Torfin. You may sit here, meet here. This room is warded against eavesdropping and any other kind of divination magic. If you will follow me, he makes his way up through the north part of the building. In here is a lounge, large couch, fireplace, stairwell to the second floor, a cabinet, unsecure, might I add, that you may store any particular items. There he goes. And over here, I will need a drop of all of your blood, please.
Oh.
may I ask why you need a drop of our blood?
It is to secure the vault door to you and you three alone.
Kai will take out his dagger, and instead of slicing his hand, because he thinks that's pretty dumb, he's gonna make a cut on his shoulder, you know? Doesn't mess with his ability to write or cast spells or anything. And take his quill and just take a little drop and let the little drop fall.
Where are we putting the drop?
On like the door.
We just put the drop on the door?
Yes, Master Rill. Anywhere. The magic is quite strong. It just needs to differentiate you from other organic life.
Could anyone just put their blood on the door and then get in?
The window of opportunity is very small. Lieutenant Torfin probably has only a few moments left of the potential enchantment.
Okie dokie.
Right.
I will bleed on the door.
Nice. Master Masaow and you, so that the door may only function with the three of you opening it.
If you caught him and he bleeds, he's just gonna die. You need to be careful.
Me?
I don't know how much blood's in there, you know? Like, you might be running low.
That's a whole lot.
It's like Mr. Burns when
Yeah,
he gets hot
I was thinking that
dust
same
comes
thing.
out.
Or he gets dehydrated like a raisin.
Right through it, yeah. Masaow will make a little worm come up from in between his fingers and squish it, and the white worm guts on the thing.
The door glows with a black metallic sparkle in the veins of the metal, and the door kind of gently comes off its like where it actually closes and seals, and just the sound of it is an intensely heavy door. Butler stands there. I would not risk touching the door, so if any of you would like to open it, so you can see what is inside.
Does anyone else have access to this door besides us at this point?
No. This is to be your permanent establishment, and all previous occupants have been scrubbed from all security measures for everyone's safety.
No, okay. Like nobody in the Dark Lanterns or anything can access this door?
I do not know.
Okay. All right. That's, you know. Don't fuck with the AI. It'll break. Got it.
I assume Orphan would have access since it's her enchantment, but
I pushed the door open.
Inside, you will see a black, solid stone floor, thick and just kind of radiating like a chill. A large, what appears to be hole in the floor covered by a metal grate. Along the north wall, 4 gigantic chests with your names on them, and a 4th one left blank. And on the south part, 2 weapons racks. Butler kind of squeezes by the door, careful not to touch it. Here is your storage, safe room, and emergency exit. That grate, when opened, makes its way to the sewers that will take you out of the castle and out of the city, should your needs arise. Should the building be compromised, this is your best place. Nobody can open that door save for yourselves. This also is a good place to store items of any kind that you dare not carry with you and don't want left out.
Sounds good.
Clever.
Very well. Follow me. And he goes upstairs, so we'll jump over Nia. As he carries his way up the stairs, come to the landing, and he kind of shows 3 doors. We have had your quarters made up to your specifications. Master Rel, we apologize. Your specifications had not arrived in time for construction. You've been furnished with a desk and a bed with your custom furnishings and all of your needs to be coming very soon.
Sounds good enough for me.
So this will be... That's Rel's room. Like I said, just a desk, bed. You also have like a trunk in there as well for...
Very big.
Yeah, my sense of scale isn't quite there yet. They get better as the maps go on. So yeah, you got a big ass room. All right. Butler continues through these doors. Master Kai, we have outfitted your room with an extensive library, many spell scrolls, books, quills, candles, all that a wizard such as yourself may require. Should you need anything else that the Dark Lanterns or the Crown may provide, please let me know.
Looks like someone spilled magic all over the floor.
Or a drink.
Kai really likes it. He's going to see there's plenty of space for him to pace around, you know, when taking a look. There's plenty of space to pace around the rug. Probably what they do. Place to write, and of course, books. So he is happy.
And he kind of stiffens up for opening the last door. Master Masaow, your specifications, shall we say, are a bit on the exotic side. As such, as to not offend His Majesty, we have hopefully done our best. And he opens the door
It's terrible. You're fired.
There's a large glowing, like, rune on the floor. There are tattered green tapestries hanging from the wall, and an odd green cobweb, but a little more substantive, in green hanging from all the corners. Some fungus, a bowl of blood, a human heart, and a scrying orb on the desk, and also a raven feathered comforter.
Oh wow!
Looks like someone spilled spider webs all over you.
But like I said, but more substantive. Like they're more viney.
Yeah, they're more decorative.
Yeah, they're not just for like aesthetic. They trap stuff like for real. Like there's a squirrel in one of them.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, this room will be more than adequate for Masaow. Yes, perfect.
Very well. I have a few more things to attend to downstairs. I will leave you Dark Lanterns to it. Should you need anything, I will be downstairs. And he gives a polite little bow and shuffles off downstairs somewhere.
I assume everyone's gonna check out their rooms.
Heck yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go in my room, and can I look in the trunk?
Yes.
Is it empty?
It's empty.
Good. I'm gonna spend. I don't know. We're not like on a strict schedule. Like we don't have like.
Your instructions included like wait for further instructions. So there's even if you wanted to go, you don't have all of like the info to do so.
Is there like a key to lock my door, or something, or like a hatch or something?
Like
a deadbolt or something.
It definitely looks like it can be locked from the inside.
Okay, I'm gonna lock my door, and then spend the next 45 minutes scouring my room for like listening devices or any other sort of like. I want to see if there's any like taps in my room, or I'm like under the bed, in the desk, under the desk, like I'm in the trunk, I'm gonna look if there's like hidden little like compartments perhaps or something. Okay. Oh, I'm doing the most thorough search of this room.
Then give me an investigations check with advantage. Give me the number, and then we'll cut to Kai and Masaow, and then we'll come back to you.
Okay. Ooh. 17.
Ooh, 17.
And I'm gonna grab some ice from my drink real quick. I'll be right back.
Kai, you've been gifted this exceptionally large room. One, because the map maker has a hard time with scale. Two, you were also a gnome, so it's double sized. You got cathedral ceilings. What do you think of your room, and what are you kind of going to get into as you first kind of check it out?
I really likes it. The first thing he's going to do is go look through the bookcases to see all the interesting pieces of like manuscripts and everything. Mm-hmm. I know you said there was spell scrolls. I'm sure that if there's like things that he could use, I guess. What are they? But if not, like he's just going to take a look through them, and then he will pay small reading.
Okay. The books are actually written by a lot of some of the famous scribes throughout like arcane history. A bunch of them are from the major colleges. Yeah, is that where you're from? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Some of the more prominent Zalargian. Zalargan scribes and wizards. A couple of books about the history of the Dark Lanterns, as well as some what appear to be like accounts of like government meetings, some of which include the king quarrying some of them with people you've never heard of that may not even be like current. You know what I'm saying? They could be from 10 years ago. Who knows? And yeah, the spell scrolls seem incomplete as far as missing a couple of things. I'm probably sure that Butler could take care of some requests should you have them. He'll put them through to Torfin. And out of all the books you see, what are you going to pick up and read as you kind of stroll about your enormous room?
Probably the accounts of government meetings.
Okay.
That's probably the one he's going to choose. He has some suspicions that he wants to see if he can dig up
Okay.
evidence for.
Go ahead and give me an investigations check with at advantage. Give me the number, and then we'll come back. We'll do Masaow, and then we'll go back around.
21.
Ooh, very nice. All right. So as you kind of stroll about and read, you're going to read some interesting things, especially with a 21, and we'll come back to you. Masaow, you have this room. Black obsidian is the floor. There's mushrooms growing out of it. It's warm. It's damp. The windows are blacked over. You have this green slime film hanging from the corners, and all these tattered tapestries lining the walls. An altar, a bowl of blood, a human heart, and a scrying orb.
Heck yeah.
Hi, I'm Masaow. Welcome to Cribs.
Yeah.
So yeah, tell me, what are you doing in your room? Yeah.
I am walking around kind of like pinching and playing with the green slimy stuff. He's sitting, Masaow's kind of like plucking it and like music, bing, bing, and he'll walk over to the bowl of blood and just stick his finger in it, give it a lick, and kind of an approving face. And then he'll go over here and sit down at the scrying chair or at the scrying orb. And he'll start kind of fumbling around with some simple, like, immediate area scrying kind of tricks. He can't scry within the halls because it's warded, but like he can check the outside area of the castle or of the bedrooms. So he's gonna just try and do that as best as he can.
Give me like a range.
Oh, I'm only talking like 30 feet outside the door.
Okay. All right. Arcana? Give me an Arcana check to see what kind of.
All right.
With advantage, same as everybody else.
23.
Ooh, 23. Nice. All right. Everybody gonna learn some shit. All right. Let's go back around. Let's start with Rel. I imagine you have planted devices like this before.
Oh yeah.
With the intent purpose of them not being found by somebody such as yourself. Who would know?
This is my realm of expertise.
Yeah.
Actually.
With your 17, you managed to find a much smaller version of the same orb that you planted in the piano at House Madani.
Where is it?
It's in like the inner lining of the trunk.
Okay, cool. All right. I note that but I don't touch it. I don't like tamper with it or anything.
It's not. The one that you got last week was like brand new. It was shiny. It was perfectly smooth. No nicks. No nothing. No like dust or corrosion. This one looks quite like scuffed up. It's not the kind of shiny chrome that last week's was. This one's really, really scuffed. Like it's old.
It's like a scrying stone for hearing or something, right?
Yeah, essentially.
Like something like that. Okay. All right. That's fine. I to myself, I think, I would have been disappointed if there wasn't one. So I assume that they'd be listening in. So that's all.
Okay. And so you find it.
If I didn't find one, I would have looked extra hard, is what I'm saying.
I'm gonna do that again.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'll check the places I didn't check because there's got to be one in here.
And so you see it, but you leave it alone. You don't touch it. You don't do anything. Okay.
Nope.
All right.
I confirmed to myself that it's there, and I know where it is now.
Okay.
I still continue my search of the room in case I find another one or something, but that's good.
Okay. Kai, as you stroll about the room with a book that appears to be some of the meetings of the recent King's Council, probably there to help with your investigation or as intelligence to keep you, the group, up to date on what is known by the king. And with your 21, you notice a common theme that the king has been questioning the loyalty of the Baron, the head of House Madani. That he feels as if he only wanted his son married to the princess for political gains and not because they were really friends. The rumor is that the king and the Baron have been best friends for 30 years. That he is legit the king's best genuine friend, not just somebody who hangs out with him because he's king. And the king is quite distraught by this, and even gets to the point where, as you found out last week, essentially bugs the Baron's house. That's how paranoid the king has gotten towards the Baron. All right.
Awesome.
And then Masaow, as you sit there with your scrying orb, nothing really of interest kind of passes by. No minds to creep into, not a lot going on within the kind of just barely exterior of the house. But as you kind of scan and try to look deeper and try to get really to the limits of your ability to scry from there, this source of palpable heat, not the sensation I sense hot, but you actually feel warm sitting in your desk as something, as you reach out through the orb, is just radiating an intense amount of heat.
Does Masaow have any clue what that is?
It's just a temperature change, and it smells like the sensation of something burning.
Interesting.
Burnt wood, like that kind of smell. Charcoal, smoke, that kind of thing.
All right, he'll keep looking about the immediate area, kind of trying to identify what he can out of that scenario.
Okay. Downstairs, you still hear Butler kind of humming along, seeming to kind of get things together. He'll serve dinner make an announcement upstairs. Everything is enchanted to stay warm, so you can get to it at your leisure. And as everybody's kind of going about their day, Masaow continuing to see if he can divine anything from immediately nearby, Kai delving into texts of all kinds provided to him, and Rel kind of looking to see if how much the government of Breland trusts him and bugs his room. He makes an announcement and also notifies everybody that he will be going into shutdown mode immediately upstairs, and if anybody needs him, simply just kind of give him a little shake, and he will come back to serve you. If there's nothing else I can get you, gentlemen, before I power down, I'll go ahead and recharge myself, unless there's something you all need.
No, thank you.
Very well.
How long have you worked for, I don't know, the Brelish military?
I have come up from the Etiquette and Protocol Corps. We were once diplomats used to send official messages during the war when soldiers could not be spared. And in the meantime, since the war, I have found a new way to serve His Majesty by providing comfort and shelter to the blades of his vengeance.
I'm going to, in a not so subtle way, investigate him. What's he look like? Like, does he look like... Yeah, what's he look like?
Give me... Oh, House Kenneth, give me a perception check with advantage.
Sure. Oh, it's big. 23.
This is not the large-scale mass production model of Warforged. This is not the ones that were most prevalent during the war in fighting. They were not the ones that were weaponized by countries. This is like a previous version. You would just be aware that it's not the kind of state of the art, and it certainly isn't one of the ones that has been made sentient and free and an equal being to yourself.
Is it sentient?
It, to an extent, it's got parameters and guidelines that it kind of solves problems through its...
At the iRobot rules?
Yeah, but probably a little more...
It's gonna go crazy.
Yeah, probably a little more, like, kind of boxed in, though.
Okay. Does it look like... I mean, I know its blades could come out of its arms or something like that, but does it look armed or anything?
This model of Warforged, you're going to know, was more of a companion, as well as, like, a servant, used for
sort of like through my, I guess, like my background, I guess, or like my race. I'm somewhat so I do know that this is an older model, but I'd be aware that like even older models could be modified, correct?
Sure.
Okay. And what kind of clothes is he wearing?
He's wearing a very nice waistcoat, tie, formal shirt. He's dressed like a proper butler.
Okay.
He looks the part.
This is going to be a very random question. It's just my interest is piqued. Are Warforged gendered, and can they have sex?
They are not gendered, and one of the kind of cornerstones of their existence is, in theory, there's never going to be any more. That the amount that they have are...
Because we've stopped making them.
They've stopped making them, and every time one of them dies, that's one less.
Okay.
So it's this kind of existential kind of thing that always surrounds them.
I meant more just like in the lore of this world. Like, are there robot sex brothels.
I'm gonna go in a large world, probably.
Okay. That's
As
all. That's
as somebody who
I just
understands
it's
exceptionally
just a
large
random
numbers,
curiosity I had.
is it a
I
thing?
get
Probably
alerted.
somewhere.
Okay, like in Charmed.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay. All right.
All right.
Uh so he's probably more limited theoretically in some capacities.
Yes.
Like okay. Um I was gonna ask him, if somebody attacks the place, would you be able to defend the place?
There are countermeasures in place that the house will defend itself should I initiate it to do so.
Well, like what?
They don't let me into
traps?
the details. Yes.
Okay.
Your positioning will be clear. We can deploy traps to any room save the vault. And it is my understanding from my instructions that the traps are quite lethal.
Okay. I hope you'd only use those in the most dire circumstances.
Violation of my directives, outside hostile intruders, or the house being compromised by enemies of the crown.
All right. And do you follow our orders? Are you going to follow our orders?
Yes, I'm directly instructed to do so.
Okay, well, if anyone comes to the house, I want you to make a note of it, like write it down, and pass that on to me.
Yes.
What they look like, what they were asking for. I want all that information.
Of course.
Thanks.
Very well.
Is there food?
Yes, I have prepared food downstairs. It is in pots. It should still be warm. There are place settings as well in the kitchen. Of course, you are welcome to eat wherever you would like, and I will tidy up in the morning once I am done with my my downtime.
Well, all right. Have a good rest, and I wander downstairs to the kitchen.
Okay. Master Masaow, did you need anything before I powered down?
No, Masaow is fine. I do not require anything.
Very well. I shall power down now, and you just see him kind of slump there. No change of expression. The glow of his eyes goes out, but otherwise it's just flick, like somebody turned the lights off.
Wow. That's always impressive to me. I'm going to start following Rel, seeing what he's up to in the kitchen.
Right. Kai still reading?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Kai's still reading.
All right.
What's in the pot?
There appear to
What
be
kind of? Yeah.
There appears to be like a nice stew. It is still kind of winter-ish. At least
I'm gonna take a whiff. Does it smell good?
It smells actually like very good.
Okay. I'm gonna pour myself a bowl of stew.
Okay. Is
there any like buns?
There are. They're more rolls.
Okay, I'll take a roll and some stew, and I'll sit down and eat a hearty meal.
And then at the edge of the counter with the pots of hot food, there is a very large pitcher of ale.
No ale.
No ale. Hard pass.
No ale.
All right.
I'm all right.
All right.
Masaow doesn't grab any food, but he sits right across from where Rel is.
I don't think there's an across here.
Yeah,
It's a table against the wall.
You could be next to and staring awkwardly sideways.
Okay, I'm doing it like they watch TV in the WWE, where it's kind of off to the side. Masaow is a human, but doesn't need to eat.
You don't need to eat?
No, eating is a luxury that I do not have. My God has replaced it.
Replaced it?
Yes. The way I gain satisfaction is through knowledge, no longer through food.
Well, I mean, can you still eat?
I have not tried.
I hand him a roll. Give it a go.
He takes the roll and kind of like chews on it with his lips, and he's like, tastes bad.
Oh. I mean, you don't have to eat it.
I am a human.
As long as you don't, die of starvation or something.
Oh no, I am a human. I'm okay.
Sounds like it.
He's kind of like peering over at your food.
I'm more subtly gonna analyze him and just like, is he a human?
Me?
Yeah. I'm scrutinizing you, but I'm trying to not do it overtly like I did with the robot.
The closer you look at me, the more you can swear you see stuff shifting and moving underneath my skin.
I'm
Noted.
gonna write that down.
And today,
The stew tastes a little less good now.
Al is not worried about soup. What do you think this is all going to go well from here?
Honestly, I don't know. People generally don't like it when you take stuff that, they think is theirs.
Yes.
So it really, really, I think we'll need to do a thorough investigation and figure out exactly the best course of action here.
Whoever is most entitled is entitled.
Theoretically. It's
The king
it
said,
always ends up being a little more complicated than that.
no complications. The king says he wants the gold. Therefore, we kill and take whatever gold they have.
Well, we'll see about that.
And we keep their bones.
Well, some people might do that. I don't have any need for bones.
Masaow is normal.
Yup.
He like stares off into the oblivion out past your shoulder.
Mental note. Don't trust.
All this is totally normal, man. Don't worry about it. You're fine.
So, Rel is going to hear Kai's voice, but it's not going to sound like it's coming from any specific direction. It's going to be from the message cantrip. So, like, only he can hear it. But it's basically going to say,
Sup?
You
it's
up?
going to say,
What the fuck?
New phone, who dis?
it's going to say, sort of briefing him a little bit about the things he's read, but he's specifically going to say, you're an investigator. You may have knowledge on this, but I believe the king may be hiding something. Looking at the notes of the meetings, government meetings, it certainly seems the king is very paranoid of House Madani. Obviously, House Madani is the house of detection, priding themselves on uncovering secrets. The king is not nearly as paranoid of the other houses, only the house that is known for uncovering secrets. Well, I
The
have no.
House Madani is the one that we put the thing in, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
They were
And that
also
was just like one of their
also the
safe
bride.
houses or
Also,
whatever.
also the bride was going to marry the oldest son of the house. He was killed at the wedding, and they are also, at least right now, the escorts of the Countess, the friend of Prince Orgev that you met last week. She had two of them with her as well.
Okay.
So Kai will basically say the king seemingly has a lot of distrust of House Madani, and with all of those reasons. And I fear he's hiding something. He doesn't want to be discovered.
I'm gonna I assume it's magic because we live in a world of magic. I'm pretty sure it would be like so uncommon that I wouldn't know what's happening. Am I able to reply?
Yeah, you're able to reply. Only I can hear the message, just like only you can hear the message I sent to you. But you can respond in a message that only I can hear. Yeah.
Is it so it's a mental message?
Sort of. You
Like I don't have to speak out loud?
you have to whisper.
Oh, I have to speak out loud.
But the
Masau's
exact-
staring at you all creepy, and you're like whispering things not to him.
The exact words of
I mean
target.
that sounds like it'd be pretty normal for him.
The exact.
He might actually that might send the wrong message that we're buds or something. So I don't know. I don't know about
We're
that.
not bonding over voices in our head, all right? Not
yeah,
that.
no.
That's
The
a
exact-
bad moment.
The exact text of the spell is that the target and only the target hears the message. So even though, and it says can reply in a whisper that only you can hear. So even though you're whispering, it may make like sound that's like inaudible.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I can't respond right now. Noted.
Kai will send the same thing to when he notices no response, he'll send the same message to Masaow just to keep everyone up to date.
Send a message to Masaow.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you the exact same thing that.
You gonna add other voices to his head?
Yes.
Masaow, like, his eyes get all big. He's like, he's speaking to me.
Who? Kai?
I think it is Kai. It sounds like a gnome.
Yeah, he sent a message to me. What's he saying?
He says that you don't answer your messages.
Oh, really? He was saying something about lap dances and just having a good time, and like. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm gonna assume he sent the whole message to you.
Yes, I will go aid Harold Kai.
He's saying he's got suspicions of the king.
Harold Kai is always suspicious of the king. There is no difference between now and earlier.
It's dangerous to speak that stuff out loud in a kingdom of the king.
Yes, keeping Harold Kai alive will be quite a challenge.
All right.
Technically, I whispered it in an unhearable message that only you all can hear. You all are the ones speaking.
We
it
don't
out
know.
with
We
me.
don't. But we don't know each other that well yet.
Well,
I can't even.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess we don't know each other that well, but
We don't not know each other, but we're still newly acquainted, newly working with each other.
yeah.
I'm sure we weren't best buds in training camp, and I wasn't actually there in the training.
See, but sometimes it's difficult because I've played with you all for
Yeah, I know.
over a year now. I trust you all, the players.
I am get into the military, so
I'm gonna just eat my stew. If nothing else happens, I'll eventually make my way to bed.
Okay.
I'm gonna start walking away from where Rel is eating and start going to where Kai is. Knock on his door.
Kai will let him in. Kai, you'll see his lips move, and you'll hear another message, and say, "If you wish to speak about the message earlier, reply, telepathically."
And he knocks on the door again. Harold Kai.
Kai will open the door, standing right at your waist, looking up at you.
Looks down at you and then looks around the room all paranoid and looks back down at you. You think the king is up to no good?
You'll see him whisper the message again, saying, "I don't know. I have no evidence. But from my experience, the people who are the most paranoid are the people who are in the wrong.
Well,
I don't know why he's so paranoid of House Madani, but they're famous on uncovering secrets.
Yes, they are a terrible house.
So I certainly want to look into it more in the future."
We shall then. Anything you want, Harold. Just stay alive.
Oh, trust me, I have no intentions of losing my chance at divinity by traveling to Delore anytime soon. So
Even if you die, I will drag you to divinity.
that would be good. But in death, there is no divinity.
We will be fine. All was said to placate Harold Kai. We will be okay and look into whatever we need to make us feel better about the situation.
He nods and says, "Very well. I must get some rest. We have a long day ahead of us."
Very well. Masaow just kind of leans up against the wall. Like he powered down like the robot.
This is going into a sort of semi-conscious state.
Yeah. Up against the wall, just
Kyle will sort of hop into bed and go to sleep. He doesn't really mind that Masaow is just relaxing there. He figures if anyone breaks in, Masaow is the first person in the way. So
This is true. It's not a bad situation for you.
All right. Everybody makes their way to bed, some to their own, some to the space of another. And just before everybody kind of drifts off, you hear this mechanized clicking of all of the exterior windows and the front door, as it appears as if some kind of anti-intrusion system has been engaged while you and Butler all power down or sit in Kai's room and be weird, whatevs. The night passes. Everybody sleeps well. In the morning, you can hear Butler kind of power up, and the kind of whirring of his gears, making his way downstairs into the kitchen, started banging some pots and pans together as he seemingly prepares breakfast. Who would be the first to be awake?
I guess I would at some point get up. I'm more of a night owl, but I know how to sleep on a schedule.
All right. Yep, in the morning, you don't hear anything from Masaow or Kai, but you do hear the kind of clamoring of pans and stuff downstairs, signifying your Warforged valet making breakfast. What would you like to do?
Oh, just, clean up and get ready and go down and get some breakfast.
Okay. Kai, Masaow, you hear the door close for Rel's room as he kind of makes his way downstairs, and directly underneath you is where you can hear Butler banging around on the pots and pans, getting everything ready for breakfast. What would you two like to do in the morning?
Kai, he gets up, goes through his morning routine, gets out his little river rock to sort of hold on to for the first 5 minutes of the day as he spends time just thinking of his plans and everything, and then he will move on downstairs.
Okay.
He'll probably pat Masaow just to let him know that we're all awake.
Thank you. Masaow kind of pops up from the ground like the Undertaker. Sits up, looks left to right, and just kind of stands up. Goes into his room, and no one really knows what he's doing, but there's a lot of lights in there and giggling, and the altar is at use.
All right. Bye. Okay.
You can hear talking to somebody muffled.
Are you going to make your way downstairs, or are you going to stay up there while Kai and Rel eat?
I don't eat, so I'm going to stay up there and finish communing with my god.
Okay. Rel, Kai, you make your way downstairs. Butler greets you. Good morning, gentlemen. I hope I am suitable, as can be understood. I do not consume food in the same way that organic beings such as yourself do. So I hope my attempt at cooking has been satisfactory. This morning we have eggs, some cured meat, this magnificent hot bean soup that is quite popular all over the land. It'll help wake you up. And some rolls, some fresh fruit. And yes, if there's anything you need. I'm terribly sorry. And he reaches into his coat and pulls out an envelope. It's like official parchment with a seal, wax seal, with the symbol of the Dark Lanterns.
I will take it and read it.
Okay. It appears to be written by Torfin. Our latest intelligence suggests the Swords of Liberty wagon has been spotted in the tiny town of Fernwood. Investigate why they're there. Apprehend the gold. Kill all terrorists if necessary. Your teleportation will be arranged. Meet at my tower when you are ready. And ... Time is of the essence. Lieutenant Torfin. And as you read it over, this smell of like burnt paper, burnt leaves, that just always seems to be around Torfin, can be noticed even as you reach or read just a piece of parchment.
muted myself instead of unmuting myself. Okay, so Kai will notify Rel of the plan as he sort of kind of has a sort of look of indecisiveness on his face as he begins eating. Like all people, food is the best way to make him feel better.
Okay. Rel Kai told you your plan as per Lieutenant Torfin. Masaow, you still upstairs, kind of giggling and laughing and.
I'm wrapping it up and starting to head back down.
Okay. All right.
Masaow does kind of walk up, still all like. Kind of looks at everybody. It will be a good day today.
As you make your way into the kitchen, Butler acknowledges you. Master Masaow, I have been informed that you do not eat like these other organics. If there is anything I could do to help you in any way, please do not hesitate to ask.
Oh, I'm okay. Masaow is easy. Masaow has little needs.
Very, very good. And if I don't mean to rush, but I know what those messages mean, and Torfin does not like to be left waiting.
No. We should be good to Torfin. She is dedicated.
Kai will put down his, he doesn't eat a lot, so at this point he's probably about done. He will say, well, I'm ready to go when you all are.
Everybody ready to go?
Yeah.
Word.
Yep.
All right.
Ready.
So you make your way the 150 feet or so to Torfin's tower. You find her in the back corner in her study. She kind of looks up. The overwhelming smell of burnt, just fire and smoke in general kind of permeate her room. So Cass has set you up with a circle. Unfortunately, the town where you're going, Fernwood, what it says here, is not very big, and thus we are not able to gain a foothold for a safe house. You'll be transported to the woods. It's just a couple of 100 yards to the north through the woods, and you'll come across Fernwood. We've heard reports that the Swords of Liberty has been seen there, as well as what we believe to be this wagon. Head out there, find out where they are, and secure that money for the King of Breland. Am I understood?
Okay.
Very well. She waves her hand and begins kind of saying incantations. And before you know it, like a large gust of warm breeze hits you, a blinding flash, and you are transported from the very magically powered walls of Torfin's tower to the middle of the woods in the countryside. And just beyond the trees, you see the tops of what appear to be 3 buildings, just as Torfin instructed, a couple 100 yards to the north.
Looks like we are on track. That is where we need to be.
Yep. What would you all like to do?
Masaow will start walking forward and telling everyone to follow him. Come now, come on, let's go. Faster we're done, faster we're done.
As we move on, because Kai will follow Masaow, Kai will give off a little hint of like irritability. He'll kind of be like scratching at his beard more. He'll be like, like cracking his neck. Like he's certainly not happy. I'll say he's like annoyed at something. He keeps falling.
Annoyed at something?
Yes. Not like, not like he's treating you all like you're a problem or anything. He's just like, you can tell he's got something is bothering him.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Sensing that Harold Kai is bothered, Masaow walks over behind to him and says, "You look upset, and I know just the thing." And he pulls a worm out of his pocket about this long. Here, coils it up into your hand and kind of like closes your hand around it softly. Masaow has given you his favorite friend.
So Kai, he kind of goes from like sort of gritted teeth to a little bit of a grin. Like he's not like laughing. He's not like, but it does ease his sort of annoyance a little bit as he says, "I appreciate it, Masaow, but there's nothing bothering me that can be done about it. The fact is, we're on a mission to repeat a cycle that's been going on for years. The kings, they're taking money once again, from the common people. This is how it's been ever since I was born 196 years ago.
There were no kings when I was born.
Only we could go back to that time.
I don't know. The demons were very harsh masters.
At least they didn't deceive people into thinking they were fighting for a noble cause. At least they showed their true colors.
Yes. A very ruddy red is their true color.
I'll give another grin. He's like, but we must move on. I wish not to think about this. I'd rather just get it done and over with.
Yes, that is how humans do. We don't think, we just do it. Us humans.
You make your way the last couple 100 yards. I'm going to throw up the map. It's wooded. You're going to be coming from the south side. It's wooded, so you don't have to commit. Basically, I think I have your tokens up. So move as far as you would walking up on this town. If you want to just walk up on something, then go ahead. But, that's the option. Let's make sure. Yes.
We are
Loading.
loading. Oh, excellent.
Were we walking along this road? Is that
You're coming from the south.
From the south.
Yeah, the road's going to cross your path. Okay.
Come with me. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll talk to this person.
As you make your way out from the tree line and across the road, the only person being that you see in what appears to be a small town of only 3 buildings is a female orc. She seems to be sitting like in a rocking chair, maybe talking to herself when you first kind of see her. And
Easy.
as you make your way out of the tree line, she makes eye contact with you. The government's here for you. The government's here for you. And she gets up and she goes storming into the middle building, screaming loud as can be. If anybody is around, they would have most likely heard for how loud she is. So you stand there in the middle of the road, this 3-building town with a female orc screaming about the government coming as she...
Can we really call it a town?
Storms into, I don't know, like a hamlet. Even a hamlet seems like overselling it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is a good.
There are 3 buildings along this road.
This is a good time to say Kai activates his mage armor.
It's a rest stop, essentially. So as she makes her...
I mean, I'm not gonna pull out any weapons or anything, but I'll use my innate abilities to cast magic weapon on my weapon.
Okay.
It lasts for an hour, so you know it'll be up for a while. But yeah, it's gonna be like, huh? Like.
The 3 buildings in front of you, the one to the far left appears to be very well constructed, very solid stone with very solid iron bars on the door, very strong door. The middle one appears to be a windowless building with a front door up a couple of stairs that the orc just ran into. And the 3rd building on the far right appears to be the largest of the 3, probably also made of stone. The door's slightly open, and the sound of many a conversation going on coming from out the door. We'll let the players decide what they would like to do. We'll take our break right now. This is the perfect time. Give them a couple minutes to figure out what they want to do here. It is currently 8:38. We're going to take about a 10-minute break. We'll come right back. We'll set the scene real quick, and then we will let the players go nuts and see what's behind doors number 1, 2, and 3. To everybody watching, thanks for watching tonight. Hope you stick with us. As always, to my players, hope you guys are having fun. We'll take a quick break, and we will be right back. We'll see you on the other side. All right, we are back from our break. Thank you for joining us again on the other side. Right before we went to break, the players, the party, the King's Dark Lanterns, were sent to a mysterious small... Like I said, town is absolutely overselling it. Hamlet also overselling it. 3-building kind of settlement out in the countryside. The party, as they emerged from the woods, saw a female orc who was startled by their presence, ran inside the middle building screaming about the government. The 3rd building on the far right, there appears to be quite the sounds of revelry and commotion going on inside. And the 3rd building on the far left appears to be built very well and very strongly reinforced. What would you all like to do?
Just wait a moment.
Okay.
I mean, that was a very unusual reaction to, strangers walking up. It's just the 3 of us, right?
Yes. That's it. And that's it. All you hear is the sound of nature, the kind of whatever's going commotion from the building on your far right as you face them. And that is literally it, aside from the slamming door and the screaming about the government.
Is this where we were going?
Yeah, I mean, this is the town next to where we're supposed to be doing the hijacking. So it's not like we're out of sorts by being here.
Is this... So... I thought we were stealing money from a caravan or something.
Yeah, bro. They got us as close to it as they could.
So this is it. Can I just like I don't know. I'm just gonna look around the place.
Okay.
Sorry, it ain't leader of a Landon there, pal, but this is where we're at.
Is there guards? Is there a caravan? Does it look like there's money around or something?
To the far west, as you stand, the road otherwise pretty well beaten and pretty even. There are two very deep ruts in the ground, as well as a few too many loose coins on the ground between the far left building and the ruts in the road.
Huh.
Really? Coins, huh?
Oh,
Too many.
too many. That's a lot of many. Yeah, I'm gonna wander over to these ruts and take a look at them.
Start picking up coins. Yes.
Excuse me. You pick up about 60 gold pieces.
Holy shit!
It's
picking up, like there's a lot of fucking coins on the ground. Gold pieces.
It's quite a bit of money.
While he's doing that, I want to look at the ruts. Are
Okay.
they fresh? Are they? What do they look like?
Give me an investigation check.
Yeah. Oh no, natural one.
Oh no.
Oh no, dude. You know nothing.
I know nothing.
They definitely look like a wagon of some sort. Made
Alright.
these.
Yeah.
And they appear to be heading west along the road.
Okay.
I have found 60 gold pieces. I
Nice.
show everybody my satchel full of money, and that is 20 gold pieces each, unless you instruct that you need more from Masaow. Then
I mean, we'll figure that out later. Has anyone responded to that woman screaming? Just gonna look around.
Nope.
No, they have gold. Much more gold. They must
No.
have more gold in there.
Can I walk up to this building? Can I see through the door? Is it like got a hole in it or anything?
You
Is it,
can't.
like-
It's solid. It appears to be some sort of metal. The hinges well constructed, hidden as well in the stonework.
Is there like windows or anything on this building?
None.
From this side? No.
None.
Can I put my ear up to like the keyhole and see if I hear anything?
Give me a perception check.
16.
It sounds like there's air moving around, like in a large room.
Hmm. Is it unlocked?
It is not. It is quite locked and quite like secure. It doesn't even like give a little bit if you try to like kind of tug on it.
Secure does sound like a pretty apt word for the description I was catching.
All right. And you said the lady ran into this wooden house over here.
The middle one.
Can I walk over to the not that one and like look inside this building?
Yeah. The door.
The door is sort of open,
Yep.
right?
As you peer in, it appears to be a tavern. The one table immediately that you can see through the door has 4 House Madani Inquisitors
Oh.
sitting, kind of drinking, not like excited, like, hey, we're having a good time, but just kind of sitting around, maybe just passing the time. They're not really talking to each other. They just seem to be sitting there, either lost in their thoughts or nothing interesting to say.
It looks like a tavern.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna walk in
Down, you gotta have one of them.
Okay.
and observe if anyone observes me.
You make your way into the tavern. Most of the kind of revelry and commotion is coming from the table immediately to your left as you walk in. What looks like three adventurers sitting there, kind of regaling each other with tales, having a drink. Much more of the kind of happy morning drinking that you would see. At another table further in, two older probably nobles, aristocrats, something of a higher kind of class than the adventurers, seem to be sitting there drinking. They look impatient, kind of darting around, tapping the foot, just generally kind of anxious. And then behind the bar is a red-skinned tiefling who's back there just kind of lighting booze on fire while breathing it out of his mouth. Not even for a show. It doesn't even look like anybody's watching it. It looks like he's just doing it for himself.
Attaboy.
Okay. Does he make any acknowledgement of my presence?
He stops blowing alcohol, kind of startled, and puts the bottle down. Starts like polishing things. Welcome. Can I get you something? I know it's a bit early, but we're not the judgy type. Come on up, have a drink.
Yeah. I guess I'll pop a squat down at this table over here.
Masaow's gonna wedge himself into the wall right there and stare past you with like a little like half smile.
The bartender makes his way from behind the bar and kind of makes like a little bit of a wide path around the Inquisitors. Comes up on you. Hi, good morning. I'm Faustus, proprietor of this fine roadside establishment. What can I get for you this morning?
Yeah, I mean, I guess just like, pick me up a sort of drink for the morning. How early in the morning is it?
It's probably 10:30, 11.
Oh, okay, yeah. You might as well just bring me something. You might as well just bring me something. Just something light. Question. There was like a orcish woman outside. She sort of like yelled at us and ran away. It was kind of strange. Do you know anything about that?
Oh, that's Eris. Her brother runs the potion shop next door. She's not well. He does his best to look after her, but it's a lot of work for him. Don't really pay her any mind. She just has thoughts that she lets carry her away sometimes.
Fair enough. 3 beverages. And how much is that going to cost?
I'll take a silver for the 3, just to kind of warm you up to the hospitality that we provide here. As you can see, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere, so when people do stop by, we hope that they enjoy what happens here and they make their way back.
Okay, I will give him 2 silver pieces. You got it.
Very much.
There you go.
Very much appreciated. Let me go get your drinks, and I'll be right back.
Ting.
And he kind of goes off and huddles back behind the bar, seemingly kind of making like something elaborate. It's definitely not just a pour and serve. And as he stands back there, kind of shaking and muddling and doing various other bartender tasks, the adventurers just big uproarious laughter, and every once in a while you notice them kind of looking at you. The Inquisitors, no change. They don't care whether you're there or not, and the kind of nobles across the way are definitely kind of curious, I'd say, about
So-
your presence.
Kai is going to say in a very hushed voice where, like only Rel and Masaow could hear it. He's going to say, "Isn't it strange that in such a small, what is it? We said as a hamlet.
I mean, it's these 3 buildings.
It's 3 buildings.
As best you can tell, it currently has 6, 7, 10, 13, plus at least probably 2 next door. This entire town has 15 people in it.
He's going to say, "Isn't it strange that there's 2 nobles, a group of seemingly adventurers, and 4 inquisitors from House Madani in this town?"
Of course, it's strange.
Why?
Wait, we gotta be subtle.
Yes.
I'm listening into the conversations around me. Like, I'll listen to the Madanis first.
Okay, give me a perception check. Masaow, what are you doing? You just standing there being weird?
Oh.
Well, that's my normal, but I'm going to seeing that the heralds are right there and well taken care of. I'm gonna go over here and start talking to this person.
Okay. Fire Genasi, in the middle of a story about like setting a forest on fire, and having a good laugh about it. As you walk up, and she'll look at you, and then she'll look at Kai and Rel. Let me guess. You hear about the money.
I'm here because I like to light the forest on fire too.
We could be talking about both.
Okay, speak more.
I heard you when you came in. There's a lot of coins in your pocket.
Yes, Masaow has many coins.
I'm guessing you got them outside.
I have accumulated them over time.
Well, let's just say you did get them outside. You would have noticed that there is a pile of money leaving a rather secure looking building in this tiny, tiny little out of the way town. And then she kind of leans back and makes the kind of head gesture to the nobles. What do you think they're doing here? You think they want in whatever that building is with all that money? Bet you they do. And then she looks over at the Inquisitors. Now them. I don't know what they're here for yet. But you 3, you're here for the money.
This may be true.
It's only Masaow that can hear this, correct?
No, they're kind of loud about it. They've been the loudest since you came in. The stuff about the nobles and the Inquisitors. The stuff about the nobles was definitely quiet to Masaow, but the stuff about the Inquisitors was kind of loud.
I will wander his way over to get in on the conversation. He will say, House Madani is usually paid for managing risk and protection and detection.
They root out spies is what they do. And
yes,
from what we understand is going on down in the capital, they're probably really busy right now.
But House Madani serves no one king. As all Dragonmark houses, they serve any who are willing to pay. So while King Bornell surely has a lot of their attention, he may not be the highest bidder at the moment.
House Madani almost got a son married into the royal family. They will drop whatever they need to make the king happy. You don't come that close and give it all away. But what do I know? Faustus kind of makes his way back, hands Rel his drink. Again, sir, thank you for your generosity.
I've actually been journeying quite a while. Sorry to interrupt you. There wouldn't happen to be like an outhouse out here, would there?
I'm sorry, sir. We're not the most civilized of places. I would recommend outback around the side or across.
Yeah. I'll be right back. Make sure nobody touched my drink.
Okay, very well. He picks your drink up. Actually, makes his way over to Kai and Masaow, hands them theirs, and kind of puts the Rel's down on the table. This is your friend's drink. He just stepped out for a moment. But if I may be so bold, perhaps this is not the place for this conversation. And he kind of does this, motioning towards the two nobles sitting at the table. And then he excuses himself and goes back behind the bar over here, so he can have like a direct line of sight at all of you.
As soon as I step out, I feign go into the bathroom, and then I go over to the locked door.
Okay.
And gonna pick it.
Okay. Sleight of hand.
I'm proficient with thieves' tools, and I have thieves' tools.
Okay.
Just so you know.
All right. So what? Dexterity check plus proficiency bonus.
I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, technically, it can be done with intelligence too.
It doesn't make a difference for me.
Yeah. Because tools, they don't have.
Yeah, they're not like corresponding to anything.
Yeah.
Strangely.
Yeah.
It was really bad. I rolled an 8.
Okay. You managed to kind of stick it in, kind of juggle it around, and going through the motions even of complex locks. This one seems maybe even a little too daunting even for you, the master investigator.
I'm gonna look around, and if nobody is around, I'm gonna make a more concerted effort to pick the lock.
Okay.
So I'm gonna spend some time doing it.
Okay. Give me a roll with advantage, and we'll do what we did before. Give me the number, and we'll cut back to the bar real quick.
Not very good. It's 11.
Okay. All right. We'll come back for that. Back to the bar. Faustus makes his way back behind the actual bar. The Genasi doesn't seem to be too concerned about his warning.
Oh, sorry. It's actually 13.
Okay.
13.
All right. Cool.
Not as bad, but not great still.
Slightly
Like,
better.
It's not as bad.
It's still
Slightly
better.
better.
Still better.
Yep.
They all just keep going about how maybe they're after the money too, that they knew eventually somebody would show up after it, and that maybe they could help.
Maybe they can help.
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
Just that they've been waiting for somebody to come up here who they knew was here for the money or something about the money, and that they offer maybe they could help.
And who was that saying that?
The Genasi. Speaking for like her party.
We do not need help. Why would we need help? That is silly.
Okay. You know, nobody's forcing you to take our help. We just thought maybe it'd be a little easier. You know, I don't know why you're after the money. Not saying that you are, because it's fine. But if you were, we don't know your motivations. You might be criminals for all we know. Stealing money. Doesn't sound very...
Criminal.
We're more charitable than criminal.
No one is a criminal. Depends on how you see the law.
Our belief is more the source. Like I said, you don't want our help. That's fine. We'll just sit here and drink away until somebody does.
Actually, I did have a question, if you wouldn't mind.
Sure.
Where is this money? If I were to be interested in it.
Wagon tracks say it headed west along the road. Didn't leave too long ago, just before dawn. And if I did see it, it looked heavy. It's not moving too fast.
Excellent. Well, then that means we should move quickly. I'll give her 5 gold pieces.
Huh. Not so bad of a day already.
Tender for your information.
I appreciate that.
This is a normal exchange. But then I start walking over to Kai, and I'm like, Harold Kai, I have made a normal exchange of tender for information.
Kai will say, yes, I saw. Unfortunately, let's not make a habit of giving coin away when it's not needed. It serves us a lot better than it serves them.
But we found the coins on the ground. They
Yes.
are liquid, aren't they not?
Until we have all the supplies that we would like, I don't see the point in it.
Are you missing something that Masaow can get you?
No, the only thing I'm wondering now is those nobles. Why are they here? Are they with the Swords of Liberty? Or are they funding an operation? Maybe we should keep an eye on them.
They seem to me just to be normal, greedy individuals.
Yes, but why would they be here in this town? This town is so small.
They have
There's
all
got-
profited 5 gold from me.
But this is the 2 nobles up above us.
The what?
The 2 nobles at the top of the not the
Oh, okay, yeah, I get you. I'm with it.
So maybe we should go talk to them.
Yes, but we shouldn't waste too much time. The tracks.
I would worry not about the tracks. The gold on the ground says to me that I believe they left the gold in this village, and the wagon continued on from there.
You think we have the gold, but they have the wagon?
I think they left the gold in that building that's locked. Can't be certain, but I'm sure time will tell.
Let us open it. Let's go in.
Suppose we can do that.
Why not? We are not here to entertain them. We are here to get our job done.
Yes, but if those nobles have information about Red Owl, it could prove very useful in the future.
This is true.
Let's go talk to them real quick.
All right. I will
So-
protect you.
Kai will make his way over to the two nobles. And he will say, so what brings you all to this little town? Certainly not a business venture.
They look nervous and horribly impatient. And for a second, they stop talking and look at each other. And leans in. Are you the king's men?
Kai will kind of almost without hesitation say, no, we're just travelers coming through. And, maybe he doesn't have the best deception, but, he has plus there.
But yeah, give me a deception check.
Aha, I rolled an 18.
Okay. Looks at you. Okay. Because we would have some business if you did happen to be king's men. But if you are simply travelers, then be on your way. We are very late for a meeting through no fault of our own, and we would thank you to leave us in peace.
Kai will go ahead and sit down at the table. I'll just make himself at the table. He says, business, huh? Sure it's not something a mercenary could take care of?
Give me a persuasion check.
15.
Well, perhaps I only seek that which is mine, that I worry not. Don't want to rob anybody. I'm no thief. I simply want what is mine, and I am afraid that the proprietor of the establishment at the end of the block is unavailable to render his service to me, and I am most nonplussed.
So what is it that you would like us to do for you?
Looks around, looks at the house Madani, gives zero fucks. They're just over there just hanging out. I would like my money out of the depository. I have heard that it was robbed overnight, and I do not wish to leave my fortune in a place so unsecured. Should you be able to help me gain access to my fortune, I assure you I will take not a penny more than is mine.
Very well. Let me and my companions here go talk about it. We shall come back up with an agreement. As Kai kind of gets up from the chair and starts walking out the door. And then once he and Masaow get out the door, he says, he kind of almost an annoyed voice saying, like, damn, doesn't seem like any connection to the Red Owl. They just want more money. If anything, the Swords of Liberty are just taking from the rich to fund their operations. So that was a dead end.
At least they are taking from the rich.
Yes, yes, that is for a group that profits off of the taking advantage of the common people. I have no issue with that. However, it gets us no closer to bringing peace in the lands. And he's also going to say, like, now where the hell is Ralph? He's been at the bathroom for quite a while.
As you make your way outside, explaining to Masaow your kind of point of view on the situation, you can see Rel trying in vain, just trying and trying. You want to try one more time, Rel?
You're unmuted.
You muted, buddy.
I mean, I would have been trying the whole time. I probably also wouldn't have, like, if I saw motion, I wouldn't have continued trying.
Okay.
But if I failed to pick the lock, then I failed to pick it.
Go ahead and give me one more roll.
All right.
You can do it.
I'll just roll this one, even though it's the wrong one, but it'll be the right number. Oh, I rolled with advantage. I'll just roll again. Okay, no, it's the same number, 13.
Okay. As you come out, he kind of looks inconspicuous about what he's doing. He looks frustrated, unable to pick the lock to whatever the building is on the very end.
Kai will make his way over to Ral, and he will basically tell him everything that they have discussed, including about the nobles. And he will say, "So you've had no luck breaking in here, huh?"
Yeah, I don't know what's in here or if it's relevant, but, you know, I was curious. I mean, I think it makes, like, we've done what we did here. We gathered what information we did. I think it makes the most sense to follow the tracks and see where they lead.
Yes, but it's the gold that was right on the doorsteps here. Don't you imagine? Oh, wait. That just occurred to me. They were talking about it was stolen from there, so it would have been hauled from the building to the tracks. Gotcha.
I mean, I'm assuming that
Yeah.
the tracks are where the money went, right?
Although we have had the theory that the money is in the building.
Well, that's what I was acting off of. Landon is not as smart as Kai. So, because the nobles were talking about the building was stolen from, that's why they want to get their money out of it. It seems like there was, like, that's basically like a bank, and they took the money from that building, put it onto the wagon, and left hastily, which is probably why the tracks, you know, it seems like it picked up some weight, got a lot heavier.
Yeah.
So it all makes sense now. I just blog moving for me, I guess.
Well, then we should get hurrying up on following those tracks.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Let's make a hurried pace.
Okay.
And follow the tracks.
All
Yeah,
right.
we're tracking it.
Not quite like a full run or anything, but, you know, like a brisk jog.
Okay.
Yeah. A brisk jog.
Along the road or?
Like, you know, yeah. Like, at least until I see something up ahead.
Okay. Okay. So you take off at like a little jog, After about an hour, you continue to see the same exact unbroken trail of wagon ruts that started in Fernwood, all the way up. And as you make your way through a rather dense part of woods where the road's constantly kind of serpentining about, you hear the lash of a whip, an unmistakable sound, and the slow creaking of wooden wagon wheels off in the woods, like relatively close by, but you can't see because of the way the road turns and the heavy like woods.
Okay. I'm gonna hold us up, and then like let's find some cover under the trees and make a stealthy approach.
Okay. Do you want to get out like in front of it?
I'd like to get like beside it and maybe observe it, see what it looks like from a distance.
Okay. Hopefully this will all work. Perfect. You can oops, I gotta put the albert back up. Boom. Okay. You can decide which side of the road and where you would like to position yourself. It's going to be coming from the like southeast corner, heading up to the upper left, cutting across the road that way.
I mean, yeah, I'd probably put myself on this side, not on the water side.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would probably want to be hiding kind of behind the little trunk of the tree as
Okay.
cover.
Can you show me on the little swoop tool where it's coming from?
This way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to be coming from this
Sorry,
direction,
On the bottom corner,
and then moving up towards the upper left-hand corner.
All right. Yeah. Sorry, Grandpa hasn't quite figured out how to work the owlbear yet.
No, you're good.
I'm just gonna hunker behind a tree over here, and I just want to observe. I want to see it, and just I want to see
Okay.
what it looks like and all that.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna lay down in the brush next to him and kind of stare out into the road area there.
Okay. As you get set, Kai behind his kind of fallen tree, Rel kind of standing behind a tree, and Masaow lying in the brush. Okay. From the bottom, or from your left, as you look at the road, you're going to hear the creaking wagon wheels and the sound of a whip just whoosh, whoosh, as this audibly heavy wagon just struggles under its own weight with this poor wooden axle. It is carried by 4 completely covered figures, masks over their heads. The only thing exposed are their eyes, and mask covering the bottom part, all in blue, as well as 2 Swords of Liberty members, dressed in the same manner as ones you encountered on the train, and a Swords of Liberty captain as well, as they all begin to make their way up the road.
And what's it being pulled by?
The 4 completely hooded and covered figures are 2 of them have like in the front like a rickshaw. They're carrying like a handle, and then 2 in the back are pushing.
Oh, it's being pushed by men.
Yes.
Oh. And someone's whipping the men?
The Swords of Liberty member in the back. This guy.
Do they look like slaves?
Um, give me a perception check from that far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
12.
They do appear to be
Oh no.
like shackled and or chained to the
Maybe not slaves, but okay, prisoners.
shackled. Yeah, they are, like I said, like chained to the wagon. Yeah.
POWs or something. Okay. And what kind of pace are they making?
They are not moving very fast.
The cart looks pretty heavy. Yes.
It looks pretty heavy. And
I mean, that's why we were able to catch up, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I was hoping for. Okay. I guess like I'll whisper to Kai before they get close. I'll be like, "Are we gonna talk, or we do want swift action?"
So, can I have just a little tiny retcon of what Kai would have done?
Sure.
I thought about it like right after you started giving the explanation. Kai probably would have wanted to use an illusion to make something be in the way to try to get them to, like stop,
Okay.
until they like investigated it.
What would you like the illusion to be of?
Probably just like
Extend the length of this broken down log.
Yeah, extend the length. It can only be 5 feet, so I'm kind of limited. I know this road's probably what, like, are we going about the squares are 5 feet?
Yeah, so it's about 20 feet wide. Still, giving it another 5 feet would make it a tough squeeze because of the width of the wagon and then the tree.
I'll just have a dead animal, like a deer, like right there in the middle.
How about a dead?
Because I'd have to.
How about a dead tiger as a token?
That sounds great.
Okay.
Dead tiger, very specific.
I just have a tiger token. That's why.
Oh, okay.
From
I
the
was
king.
like, we could just put a skull there. or
The king,
something, but-
the king has tigers, so I have a tiger token. Kai, go ahead and put it wherever you would like the your illusionary dead deer, if that's what you want.
I assume if they touch it, it's gonna reveal that it's an illusion, right?
Yes, but the point isn't that they'll like completely. The point is, as their guard is cut off, to like try to move it out of the way. That's when we strike.
Okay.
Right way to do it. That's the good.
Let their guard be now.
Okay, so we're planning to strike.
Yes.
So
There's actually a little deer icon. We could do like this, huh?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Were deer, dire deer.
Giant deer. We'll move that boy over there. There we go. It's a deer.
They make their way up.
Not as shocking.
The largest Swords of Liberty member kind of, hey, halt. And you hear like the relief of the four like carry or pushing and pulling the wagon just as it comes to a stop. All right. And he's
gonna
go ahead.
prepare for a surprise round, I'm aiming my gun at the guy in the back with the whip.
Okay. He's going to make his way up. All right. And oh no. So he rolled a 3 on his investigation for the deer. So he
thinks it's a deer.
Mesmerized.
Until he touches it.
Mesmerized by it. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
D&D Beyond has been so nice to me today, and it has hated Dustin.
Yeah, I just rolled another bad number.
I've not rolled under a 15 yet, but I've rolled. This is like the fourth roll.
I think the only number I've rolled above 10 was 111. Everything else has been like 8 or below.
Yeah, you got 3 8s. Yeah.
I just rolled my lowest roll of the night, so I'm with y'all.
Okay.
Let's see.
Masaow, what'd you get?
I got a 6.
Ooh, I was waiting for like another syllable to that, but no, that's it. 6. Stop. Kai.
20 total.
Woo, very nice. Rel.
Yeah, here I rolled 10 total.
Okay.
So I rolled a 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 5, 5, 11, 1, 10, 8, 7. Actually, I did roll a 14 earlier. That's my one good number. Everything else has been below that.
All right. The wagon has come to a full halt. The 4 kind of carriers doubled over, just absolutely exhausted. The leader seems to be mesmerized by this deer, and the 2 other members of the Swords of Liberty just completely oblivious to what's going on, only focused on their boss. Kai, you are going to be the first to act. As he reaches down to kind of, like, I'm going to let you pick like the moment of when, you go. So he stopped, he's kind of mesmerized by it, and as he kind of reaches down to maybe grab it and move it out of the way, if at any point you stop him before he gets to it, let me know.
Kai will pretty much, as soon as he's bending down, is when Kai's going to do it. That way it gives the most amount of time for him to like reach for his weapon.
Okay.
So he'd probably like just have touched it when Kai will launch his spell.
Okay.
But so as that happens, Kai will move up to about the end of the tree and pop out right as he does it, and he's going to call it Rhymes Binding Withering. He's gonna turn Rhymes Binding Ice and add necromantic attributes to it to hit both the captain and the other guy in blue in the front.
Okay.
So it is a DC 13 Constitution save. If they fail, their speed is 0. The necromantic energy will bind them in place.
Boss man's gonna pass. Regular one is not.
Well, it's 4 for the boss man and 9 for the not boss man. And the not boss man, he can't move.
You can't move.
For one round.
Okay. All right. It would be the monster's turn, surprise round, so they do not go. Rel, you are actually next to act.
Alrighty. Let's see.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll burn a grit, and I will fire a Jedi shot at the guy in the back.
Okay.
So that gives me advantage. Did my magic weapon expire? It lasted for an hour. I don't know if an hour has passed.
Yeah, between the tavern and the walk, yeah.
Okay. I rolled a natural 20.
Nice.
So that's 27 to hit.
Okay.
And
Here. Don't forget to crit.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 22 points of piercing damage.
Very nice.
Don't get too much.
You peek out from the woods, just line this shot up, hit him square center mass in the chest. He buckles. It makes us like a real audible sound. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
this ain't no quiet. There ain't no quiet guns.
Okay.
This is a
Echoes throughout the woods, kind of alerting everybody as the one in the back drops his whip and drops to one knee. All right. Nicely done.
I did want to say real quick, I misread it. It's actually for 1 minute they can't move unless another creature uses their action to break, to like basically break them out of it.
Yeah, kiss my ass. Daddy gonna swing the sword, not make sure you can move. You're just gonna stay right there.
See, I hope to get the leader, but
all right, awesome.
Since I got a critical hit, I actually recover my grit point as well.
Oh, nice.
So I basically did that for free. And yeah. And it's level 1 or level 1. This is what level 1 should be, but level 3. So we're still low level characters. I don't think there's anything else I can do. Let me just look at my.
The world doesn't know we're low level. It's fine.
Yeah, that's all I can do for now. I'm gonna stay behind the tree though.
Okay.
I'm gonna use it as cover.
All right. All right. Very nice. Masaow, what do you want to do? Bandit leader in the front's a little damaged. The one closest to him cannot move and took a nice little chunky chunk. And then homeboy in the back, who once held the whip, is absolutely not doing well. He is straight up not having a good time.
Is that a mount in front of him? Or in front of that guy there?
What's that?
Who? What?
No, that's the deer illusion.
Deer illusion.
Deer illusion. That's right. Yes. Wow, what a powerful illusion.
You have been illused.
I will take a little 5-foot stepper without revealing myself from the forest here, and put a cloud of winged worms in between the dude here and the guy in the blue coat. Let's see here.
The two in the front?
Yeah.
What do your worms do?
Let's see. I have to look it up because I haven't gotten a chance to do it yet. Fleas, mites. So they need to make 13 con saves. And
Boss man makes it. Other guy makes it.
okay. Let's see here. What it takes. This move it doesn't. I don't think you. I think that makes them okay actually.
Okay.
Oh.
Are no damage. So.
Oh.
I think they're just annoyed by bugs flying around at this point. All right.
Is that it?
Well, yep.
All right. Back up to the top with Kai.
I is going to cast. He'll go with Toll the Dead on the leader.
Okay.
Just
just damaged enough for it to matter, huh?
Exactly.
Give me that D12, son.
Wisdom save.
Nat 20 on the wisdom save.
So he gets 0 damage, and Kai is running for his life.
Okay.
He's back over here.
Heard. All right. It is now the monster's turn. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to move his 30 feet, chasing after Kai. He's going to chuck a hand axe at him in pursuit. That's going to be a 14 to hit.
It does not hit.
Oh, it does not. Good for you.
Thank you, Mage Armor.
It's going to bounce off or just kind of like fall dead to the ground.
I would like to think that it, like, you know, barely, like, the force made it move to deflected it. Yeah. Sorry.
Got it. All right. The Swords of Liberty member in the front, he has no movement speed for a minute, yeah?
For 1 minute, yes.
Okay.
Until someone uses an action, not him.
Okay. He's going to stay there because he doesn't have a choice. And this one is going to swing around the wagon to not get shot at again. That did not go well the last time. And then the 4 that are changed. Hey, Bartlock, thanks for watching. And hey, Dork. The 4 that are chained haven't moved. They have not picked up the wagon or attempted to move it. They are basically like tethered to it. So they just kind of seem to like tuck in a posture to not be harmed but make no other action. Monsters. All right, Rel, it is your turn.
I'm gonna... I see the guy running at Kai, so I will shoot him.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, I might as well burn another grit for another dead eye shot. 20.
Yes.
Oh, not very good. 5 damage.
Okay. You managed to get a shot off. It's loud. It startles him. It basically just like grazes him across the chest as he kind of stops short. Just goes right by him. What else you got?
That's it.
Okay. Masaow, it is you. You've got the one that can't move, the one that's ducking behind the wagon, and the one that appears hellbent on chasing Kai down.
Well, that's the one. He's going to have to go ahead and make a con save of 13.
Which one?
The guy chasing Kai.
Okay. It's going to be a 17, so Homeboy's going to pass.
God damn it.
He can't pass them forever. That's 3 passes. He will fail eventually.
Yeah. Bummer, Dale. Alright.
That it? Is that it?
Yep, that's
All right.
it. Oh, here's my question for you guys. If it takes 1 action to cast a spell, does that mean you could cast it twice in a round, or is that it?
No.
What?
No, it's 1 action.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. It's the same.
Spell.
It's the
Yeah,
same thing
spell
as like
always.
attack, unless it says otherwise. You know, you get to use 2 attacks per action.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm with it.
All right.
I'm good.
All right. Back up to Kai. You were being chased by somebody. None too happy. Homeboy who can't move, and dude who's definitely probably not doing well, hiding behind the wagon.
Kai is going to use Toll the Dead again as he's running away.
Okay.
So DC 13.
Yipe, yipe, yipe.
There you go. There's your positive. Speak positivity into the universe and let it come back to you. Roll a 4.
Awesome. He gets 7 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And 1, 2, 3. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 25 feet of movement. There's Kai, and 7 necrotic damage. That's all he can do.
Okay.
He's kind of running past rails, like, please save Masaow here. Shoot him as he approaches.
The captain is going to hop over the log.
Hey, that's not fair. He's in the side of the advantage.
For difficult terrain, for 20 feet to there, he's down to 25 feet of movement. And his 25th foot of movement is going to be to right there, at which point he is going to make 2 scimitar attacks. 17 and a 9. 17 get it done?
17 hits, yeah.
And then you are going to take 7 slashing damage as he rains down like a nice swipe from his scimitar. It's going to be it for the captain. This one can't move, but is going to throw a dagger at Kai for 15. Not going to get it done.
No, it does. It hits 15 hits.
15 hits?
Yeah, AC at 15.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
And then I'm only rolling a d4. I just can't pick it up. Hold on. Bam. You're going to take 4 points of piercing damage as he manages to wing this dagger at you. The last Swords of Liberty member still going to tucked behind the wagon, and the 4 carriers really starting to seem kind of panicked. They're not trying to just duck and cover. They really seem to be trying to pull at like the chains that keep them affixed to the wagon. That's going to be it for them. Boom, boom, boom. Rel, it is your turn.
Let's see. Let me just read this real quick. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I'm gonna position myself here, like this kind of,
Mm-hmm.
so that there is a line between me and the guy over on the side, and the captain.
Okay. To try to hit them both?
Yeah, I'm gonna use a piercing shot.
Okay.
And I have an increase on the misfire. Let's see. But if I hit, then I can make another attack at disadvantage to the guy behind him. Here we go. 22 to hit.
Yes.
Hey. So
That would be the boss man
the
first.
captain.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
20.
gonna take. Yeah. He's gonna take 10 points of piercing damage from my bullet, and then at disadvantage. 19. I rolled 2 12s.
Nice.
And the Beyond is on your side.
There you go.
Well, for combat, apparently.
Rallying.
And to the guy behind, he'll also take 10 points of damage. So 10 points to both of them.
All right. Very nice.
As I load in some extra gunpowder and give it some extra oomph to try and hit both of them.
The regular foot soldier of the Swords of Liberty, absolutely terrified seeing his boss getting shot through and through. Even more so to be able to see it coming and unable to move in any kind of way. Also takes a nice shot in the chest. What else you got?
That's it.
Very nice.
That you narrate it like that.
I was like, that's the kind of thing that the map really helps, for them to be perfectly lined up like that. I didn't even pay attention until he told me what he was going to do. That's when I was like, and that makes perfect sense, because without me knowing, they just happen to be in a line like that. That was, like I said, that's cool. All right, awesome. Masaow, it is all you.
Masaow. It is me. Let's see. I'll go right up here. 10. Acid. Okay. All right. So I'm going to walk up to this guy by Kai, and 2 black worms shoot out of my mouth and latch onto him for a brief second. Let's see if it hurt him. So 20 AC.
Yep.
So it definitely hurt him. And it does 1d10. Okay. Nice. 8 acid damage to that guy.
Is this the Masaow version of Eldritch Blast?
This is the Masaow version of Primal Savagery.
Okay. I was like, that fits you, the person, too, as well. Shatuli's very proud of that spell. All right. Yeah, just like the earwigs in Wrath of Khan, like it makes its way up and climbs into its ear, and you can hear like sizzling and smoke coming out of its ear as it just like panics for a quick second. Masaow, what else you got?
That is it.
That's it. All right, back up to Kai. Your friends are helping you. You still probably in a bad kind of way.
Does this guy still look like he's focused on me, or does this Masaow coming up?
I would say probably just because the thing with Masaow just happened.
Yeah, awesome. So Kai is going to take the dodge action, expecting that he's going to keep swinging a scimitar at him.
Okay.
And that's what Kai is going to do. Because a little measly 5 points of damage ain't nothing if what the other people can do. So that's what Kai is doing.
Masaow's
Hopefully
not
it
going to be
works.
much better, but I hear you.
Well, the thing is, you know, wizards are great with multiple opponents. And
Yeah.
it's just
When it's just one standing there wailing on you, not so much.
exactly. So that's Kai's turn, and he's going to like take a very serious look, and he wants to look like he's going to cast a spell, but really he's focused on watching where, you know. Yeah, exactly.
But look cool about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you suddenly become as agile as you're probably ever going to be, you take your dodge action. The captain definitely concerned with hold on, who did more? He's not gonna make an attack of opportunity. All right, so it's gonna have to be Masaow just for that worm shit was not cool. It's gonna take that's going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
Sure does.
And a 9 to hit, so.
The first one is a hit.
And it's going to do 8 slashing damage as he slashes at you with the scimitar. The the Swords of Liberty member in the front, with you being the closest target for his dagger attacks. That's going to be a 6, so that's nothing. The wounded one that took the first shot still going to cower behind the wagon, and the carriers are definitely starting to kind of panic in their efforts to get themselves free of the wagon. Their chains are really starting to chafe and like draw blood. That's how desperate they are to get away from this situation. Monsters. All right, Rel. Big man can't move because of opportunity attacks. Other dude can't move because he can't move. I was like, damn man, I didn't even move to get out of that way of that fancy shot. I'm just gonna stand there and take it again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a regular POW
Okay.
against the captain. Regular POW. 13.
13 is gonna miss.
Okay, then I miss.
Kind of dodge off to the side. All right. Is that it?
That's it.
All right, Masaow.
Masaow. All right. Let's do it again. That was fun last time. So he'll do the worms coming out of his mouth and taking a bite out. $19 to hit.
Yes.
And 7 acid damage.
Okay. This time in the other ear, it smells like burnt flesh and rotted flesh all at the same time as the sizzling, like, audible, and the screams agonizing. What else you got?
That is it, bro.
That is it. All right, back up to the top with Kai. Boss man definitely not doing well. Actually, let me go ahead and show you as a designation that he is specifically not doing well.
So, Kai, seeing that he's not just blindly attacking him, he will get back to the offensive and use Toll the Dead, DC 13 Wisdom Save.
D20 way. Oops. Oh no. Oh no, I absolutely dropped that into the oblivion.
Hopefully he fails it. I rolled a 12 on the damage die, so fingers crossed.
I rolled a 14.
Ah. Okay.
Well, I seriously don't know where my D20 went. Alright, that's it?
Yep.
Alright, doesn't like being bonged in the ear. Is going to make a scimitar attack against Kai. It's going to be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, I hit.
And then it's going to do 9 slashing damage.
Oh, shit.
Kai is down.
No. Harold Kai.
Can't move. Going to stay. Carriers desperate to get out. Wounded guy still on the other side. That's it for that. Rel, it is your turn. Kai is down. The boss man not doing well.
Well, I will
Shoot this motherfucker.
come up and attempt to stab him.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Not even gonna shoot at him?
Well, I have to reload.
Hopefully this...
No, definite no. That was a 9.
No, just kind of dodges out of the way, having figured you out.
I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
You're good. Masaow, it is you, and take your turn because Kai's after you. Like, give me some solid role play, homie. I mean, like, make me feel it.
Make me feel it. Ow, get down, cat. Jeez, sorry, my cat. Being a pain. Alright, so this time instead of 2 worms coming out, it's just a whole gush of worms, just blah, all in a like a vomitous row.
Alright.
And that is a 16 to hit.
Yes.
And 10 acid damage.
Nice.
Blah.
As the worms hit, you hear the sizzling, and it becomes louder and louder. The scream becomes louder and louder as it overwhelms him, and down goes the boss man to this smell of burnt, rotted flesh, all at the same time, as his screams just echo through the woods. Kai, just in time. Your immediate. Oh well, it's your turn, but not really.
Yeah. He's just like bleeding out, like yeah.
Way to go! Oh, I forgot. I roll death saves now. Hee hee.
Yeah.
Hee hee. It's the first time I've done this.
Did a death
The
save.
second time. I got
Second.
damn.
Oh, that's right, on the train.
Yes. You're picking on me. I'm seeing a pattern here.
Okay.
You don't want any wizards in your campaign. It's okay.
Bro, I played a wizard. Like I was on board with this. I'm even gonna make it easy for you. You don't have to do like all the wizard bullshit, bro. We could give you stuff. Like copy the spell book down. 3 sessions later. Hey, I finally got that new spell. Cool, you're 2 levels higher now. Congrats.
If I survive.
Fact. All right. So Kai's death saving throw has happened. It is now the monster's turn. Homeboy can't go. He's gonna throw a dagger at Masaow for. Oh no, that's a nat 20.
Oh man,
6.
that's messed up, bro.
6 plus 8. You're gonna take 8 piercing damage.
Oh god damn.
Then 4 carriers, super desperate to get out. You haven't. Nobody has seen or heard anything from the one that ducked behind the wagon. That's it for the monsters. Rel, it is now your turn.
Alrighty.
He's also not doing well.
I will reload my gun.
Okay.
Wait, didn't you only take 3 shots at it though?
I took 4.
Oh.
This is like round 6 of combat.
Yeah, but then you took it. I don't know. Okay.
I've been counting my bullets, so I know
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, and just gonna put myself in a position. Actually, if it's round 6, this guy's gonna be able to move, because that's been a minute. Yeah, I'm just gonna get over here. Yeah, I'll like hop over the tree or the trunk.
John Woo slide over it.
Yeah, get some splinters along the way.
Doves fly out.
Where'd they come from?
I don't know. Where do they ever come from in John Woo movies?
The Feywild.
That's true, the Feywild.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I'm like getting my gun ready. Oh, next round you're gonna be so sad. What do I got? I mean, nah, that's it.
Okay.
I'm saving my stuff just in case.
Masaow. I'm guessing you're not doing well.
No, but Masaow doesn't acknowledge it.
Okay. You have a downed Kai next to you, and the not doing well but still immobilized member of the Swords of Liberty that you can see.
I will turn to Kai, say, "Oh no, Herald Kai, I will keep you alive," and I barf up some worms that go and crawl up into his nose.
Oh, jeez.
Just leave me for dead.
Dog.
Leave me for dead.
No,
I
I
don't
want
want
to
it.
die. I want to die.
I don't.
You instantly are at 0 hit points and become stable.
Okay.
Thanks for nothing.
Why'd you leave me dead? Gross. So,
And
All right, so Kai,
How many hit points did I get?
You're at 0,
but
but you're stable.
you're stable.
Okay.
You're not gonna
Spare
die,
the die.
but
Spare the
yeah,
die.
you're not
Gotcha.
gonna die, but you're still dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's only mostly dead.
Yeah.
All right, so you get nothing, right? I don't roll a death save for you. You're just not dying, right? But you ain't doing nothing either.
Correct.
Okay, heard.
Just unconscious. Yeah.
Okay. We are back up to the dagger thrower. Going to throw it at Rel this time. That's going to be a 23 to hit.
This guy's a dastardly dagger turret.
And it's going to
That misses.
and you're going to take 3 piercing damage. Carriers want no
dead.
part, and still haven't seen hide nor hair of the one that Rel shot in the first round of combat. That's going to be it for the monsters. It is now Rel's turn. Speaking of Rel shooting somebody.
All right. Chick. Bang, motherfucker. 14.
14 does hit.
Hiya. 12 points of damage.
And with go ahead and describe it, where you hit him and what it looks like. Is it big and dramatic? Like, does it go flying back?
Yeah.
Crumple?
You know, I do one of those like stereotypical movie ones where I like sort of hit him in the upper chest shoulder area and he does like a spin, an unnecessary like spin fall to the ground.
Perfect. Love it.
He's a good stunt double.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
So you guys helicoptering
He's
down
actually dead.
into the ground, and as he dramatically hits and makes that traditional Foley sound of a body hitting like the ground, you hear like a coughing.
I'm gonna
Mercy.
do a step combat roll
Mercy.
around to this tree over here.
Take the money. I don't want to die. You hear the last Swords of Liberty member kind of say with like obviously fluid kind of in his lungs with like a slight gurgle as he talks.
He's so dead.
So that's that. It is Isabella, your turn. All right, we're gonna stay in initiative just for this. Masaow, it is actually your turn.
All right.
Combat roll.
All right. I'm going to walk over here. And do I see this guy down here?
You see him like leaned up against the side. Blood just stained his shirt, coming out of his mouth. He's got like a real nasty cough, spitting up blood. And
I critically hit that
he's
one.
not even like looking in your direction. He's just kind of staring off like into the distance. Mercy, just take the money. Blood like just splurting out.
Oh, really? I'll go ahead and walk over to him and what did you say?
Mercy, take the money. I don't even care about who we're ransoming.
All right. That seems fair. And I put my hand over his face and
Get
it's by worms. So that will do the last bit of damage to him there. Go ahead and make a 13 con save.
That's going to be a 12.
Nice. Fuck yeah. So 7 points of acid damage to him.
Okay. And he's just going to kind of sizzle away into nothingness with a scream. And at this point, the 4 figures who are carrying the wagon are absolutely terrified. And being this close and without all the kind of clamor of the action of battle, you can hear like muffled like attempts to talk as they all kind of like try to get as far away from you with their hands still like clasped to the wagon.
Oh, I bet do I sense any kind of language at all coming out of their mouths?
Give me a perception check.
All right. I speak many languages too, so I'm pretty familiar. So that is a 20.
It definitely sounds like common. You make out a couple of words here and there, but the pronunciation and enunciation is a mess.
I think I've encountered these guys before. These are the ones without tongues.
Abba-da-boopy.
Say to Kai, these are the warriors without tongues.
You ain't
Ooh,
saying
nice
nothing to
unconscious.
Kai.
Oh,
Kai is asleep.
Oh, Kai is out cold, huh?
Otherwise,
Oh.
Kai would have.
oh, they're shaking their head as you kind of like that glimmer in your eye about the ones without tongues. They're shaking their heads. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Are they
We need to find out if they are.
can I go up to one and just observe and see if he has a tongue or what's going on?
They're covered with like a face mask to like here, so the only like exposed skin you see is the eyes, but they are chained at the hand.
They're chained up, right?
So there's nothing that he could do to stop you if you wanted to take the hood off.
Yeah, I'll take the hood off.
As you do, you see a very kind of emaciated human with a very tight gag in his mouth, preventing him from talking.
Okay. I'll ungag him, but I'm gonna go over to our buddy over here.
Okay.
There actually ain't anything I can do for him because I have 0 healing now. So I just pat him on the head. I don't know. Do you have any healing?
Thoughts and prayers, buddy. Thoughts and prayers.
Don't have any magical healing, but I have medicine. I'm trained in medicine.
Okay, well, let's try and get him on his feet so we can go get some healing.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yeah, I'll try and whip together a poultice. Using worm guts and whatever else I can find.
Some of the acid worms from.
We're saving you. We're saving you, Kai.
Thanks so much. It's greatly appreciated.
do not resist. You are being rescued. As you do, like Kai's gonna like cough up like literally like
Worms.
a worm, pull it out of his mouth,
Worms and blood.
and as the did you take the gag out or did you just take the hood off?
Oh, we just took the hood off.
Okay.
Well, there was no mention of the gag.
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah, okay. So he's still gagged.
Now he sees what great magicians we are. We can ungag him.
Yeah, I will ungag the guy that I unhooded.
Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you for not killing us. This money has to get to the Swords of Liberty. They have kidnapped the Countess, and this money is supposed to free her.
Weren't these the Swords of Liberty?
You're
I
incorrect.
point to the dead body.
Oh, sorry. The Countess is the one that House Madani was
Yeah.
accompanying. Awesome.
So, yes, but they have her and will only release her if they receive this amount of money.
Who are you?
I am one of her housemen. They have taken over Xandrar and kidnapped the Countess. We took us to help us carry this money in the name of freeing her.
While I'm talking to him, can I start like searching the pockets of the captain here? Just like rifling through his pockets and bits.
He has about
to see
60.
if he has anything.
He has about 60 gold coins in his pocket. Most likely, kind of skimmed from the top of what's in the wagon.
Okay, I'll just pocket those for now.
Okay.
But it's
Does he have
120
anything,
gold
like-
total.
So
Right.
so far, yes.
That's one spell.
Pretty
But I
good.
mean, I pocketed 60 gold in my pocket. And then
55 in my pocket. But I'll give up
and
more
does
gold.
he have any like potions or trinkets or baubles, or does his weapon look like anything? I want to be thorough.
He has 2 potions.
Mm-hmm.
They're in like kind of informal jars, like not like in what you would market like as a bottle. They're just they're essentially like mason jars of liquid that he has on them. 2 of them, a green one
Okay.
and a blue one.
I'll just put those in my sack.
And yeah, that's it.
And
But
I'll start going to look over the next guy, and I'll continue my conversation. I'll just be like, okay, do you know where they're keeping the Countess?
in the old city of Xandrar, where she rules, they've taken her and sent us to get this money from the depository, and return it so that they'll leave her alone and get out of Xandrar.
Do I believe this guy?
Give me an insight check.
17.
He seems pretty desperate and pretty emphatic about wanting to save the Countess.
Okay. He's not a Sword of Liberty. He's saying that the Swords of Liberty have taken the Countess. That's what he said?
Yes, and they
And
were
he
they
said
were
he's like
they
a-
were housemen for her.
Okay.
Kai is sort of going to crawl his way over here, too, by the way.
Do any of you know any healing?
No, but if we get back to Fernwood, the potion shop, the orcs, they supposedly do good work. The big guy right there, he got some potions from them before we left.
Yeah, I don't know what they do. I don't want to just start feeding random potions to my friend here. Can I check the door of the cabin?
Kai is like a baby going for a pacifier. He's like, gimme.
I mean, we don't know what these potions do. I'm not just gonna give you a random potion.
It
You know
appears.
what?
Risky.
Here is to protect you guys. So I will volunteer to be the poison tester.
Okay, but like, I mean, I don't know how this works. Can he test the potion by sipping it?
Yeah.
That
I'll just take a sip of-
Contaminate the potion or something?
What colors we got, Manny?
No, depending on how much you take, it might affect like the die for healing. If you're just trying to get him to not be like barely dead, we can do that. But depending on how much not barely dead, different story.
Yeah. Because I'm like technically still at 0 hit points,
Yes.
right? I'm just, yeah.
All right, so take a sip. Give me an investigations check.
I do, assuming you're letting me use my spells of my mark. I do have the identify spell that I could theoretically use.
Okay.
So I could identify the potion or a potion. I don't know how identify works. I haven't cast it. I haven't cast a spell like that. What's identify do?
It's typically a ritual. Or I always cast it as a ritual. I mean, I imagine you can.
Yeah. Most people cast it as ritual, but
Yeah.
you don't have to. Mine, like, the way I was assuming it is like I could just cast it once per long rest or something.
Okay.
Like, there's no ritual saving it. I just cast it
Which
once per long rest.
Which one do you want? The green one or the blue one?
Blue is like a nicer color, right? Green is like sick and poison, though. Sometimes green is life, right? Oh boy, guys, what are we doing?
The tree is green. The ocean is
Kai,
blue.
actually, you're versed in stuff. Which one should I identify?
Can I make an Arcana check?
I mean, they're probably not magic. They're probably just alchemical, right?
Yeah.
Like potions. Potions usually aren't magic in the sense of like arcane power,
Yeah.
magic, or spells,
Yeah.
right? They're just
It's a cocktail.
alchemical brew. Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Volunteer.
second. Let me just look up identify.
If it's a magic item or magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any. You learn
So
whether
it's
any
not
spells.
even, so technically, it won't tell me what it is.
Yeah, it's not a
if
magic
I cast
item.
identify, it's not a magic item. It says, okay, you choose an object you touch throughout the casting of the spell.
So technically, I think it may be. I think it's a common magic item, isn't it? A potion of healing.
Might be.
It's up to the DM.
Yeah,
I'll leave it up
go
to you. It says I can learn its property and how to use them.
Okay, go for it.
Because it says if it's a magic item or some other magic imbued object. So maybe like the alchemical ingredients are magical in nature.
Okay.
They're not arcane per se, but like, I don't know. Anyways, I'll cast identify on the blue one. I like blue. Blue's a nice color.
It gives off some sort of medicinal
Potion of
qualities.
ultimate death.
What you also notice is that there is definitely something else in it.
Something else.
It is two things. It is a medicinal component, which you recognize through your identify spell, but as you really try to sift through like what it really is, you can't quite put your finger on it, but there's something that you just can't quite figure out what it is.
Okay, I'm gonna believe in the heart of the potion.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, this one has medicinal qualities, but there's something else there. I think you're gonna get high, and I just like lean over and pour it into his gullet.
Okay.
He's just
Glug-
gonna kind of like
glug,
flop
glug.
on his back, just accept it.
I'm holding his head. I'm like, here, it's okay.
Kai, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
You're dead. I killed you. It happened. Why?
10.
Oh shit.
You're high. You're dead. You're dead and high.
Oh, you're dead.
We're actually gonna leave it right there for the night. Look, man, I would if I was you, I would not feel too confident with a 10. I'm just saying. It could be great. We don't know, but like 10, I wouldn't feel good like waiting a week to know if my buddy Kai was gonna survive. But I'm the dungeon master, so whatever. But if I was you guys, I'd feel terrible about this right now.
Oh yeah, very unhappy at the cliffhanger.
Yeah, so unlike me. All right, so that has been episode 6, government sanctioned robbery. Yeah, so as we always try to do, we try to make everything a little more interesting, a little more complicated. All right, and then next week we will find out what happens to Kai with his 10, dude. Jesus.
Well, I only have a +2, so.
All right. An 8. Jesus. God, you make me feel good about the 10 now. That means you rolled an 8, man.
Yeah.
All right. So you saw our amazing players. guys who I love and I consider my friends, have this great time with these great characters. As always, I say there's even better people behind them. We'll meet them real quick. We'll do a little bit of scheduling, and then we will get the hell out of here. Let us start with our mysterious 10 on his Constitution saving throw right before we cut for the session. Landon, how you feeling, buddy? You okay?
So, I'm feeling great. I played a character named Kai. Unfortunately, Kai passed away. So next week, Kai has 5 brothers or 6 brothers, quite a few brothers. One of them is named Sai. Okay, and he, Kai never knew this, but Sai looked into a lot of the stuff that Kai was doing, and
he was the little brother always following him around.
194 years old, 2 years younger.
Just a baby.
Yeah. He's got a little bit thicker of a beard, a little bit shorter of a ponytail. So, anyways, I'm Landon. Hopefully, I will still be playing Kai next week. Hopefully. I'm a software developer during the day. Married, beautiful wife. I have 2 St. Bernards that are pretty much everything to us. I play a lot of video games, specifically Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest, and Kingdom Hearts too. But it's not as good as the other 2. So
honorable mention.
Honorable mention. I do want to say I really appreciate this group as always. I look forward to this every week. So yeah, that's me. Hopefully, still playing Kai.
We'll see. All right. Let us move over to our sharpshooter. First time I've seen the gunslinger in play. Very interesting. Kind of burst damagey. Very, very nice. Some big numbers here, especially for level 3 for you guys. Rel, tell us about Dustin.
Yeah, my name's Dustin. I work in the food services industry, making drinks and serving the folks. It's a bit of a crazy industry right now.
Rough go right now.
Yeah, but making ends meet. About to go on a vacation, but other than that, just like playing the fantasy with my friends.
Awesome. Glad to have you, buddy. And last and not least, our newfound caster and lover of all things worms. I'm gonna have to watch Dune again just for you.
Yeah.
Masaow, tell us about Tenta.
So I am Tenta. I am into fighting and video games and tabletop RPGs and wrestling and metal, and you can get in touch with me at any of those things at Rip Tenta Squeeze at the Twitter machine. And I love each and every one of these guys, and I'm grateful to be a part of it.
Awesome. So that's our amazing group. We'll check back in next week with maybe Kai or Sai. Should be easy to change the opening intro and the overlay, should that be the case. Once again, I've been Manny at GrowedUpGeek on your social medias, your host and Dungeon Master this evening. I am so thankful for this group. Everything in this channel started from this group. We're in our second campaign. We have now been playing together for more than a year. Last week was our year anniversary, so I am thankful to these guys every week who show up and let me ramble at them with my crazy, incoherent stories. Thank you to everybody who watched. You can catch us tomorrow night back here at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesday, for our new campaign, Dynasty of Dragons. It's a high-level limited campaign. Tomorrow is session 2. And then if you can't catch us then, we're available on YouTube Mondays and Tuesdays. About 2 in the afternoon, so give us a subscribe over there to keep up with all of our videos. And if we don't see you tomorrow or on the YouTubes, hopefully we'll see you back here next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time for Eberron Tranquility's Twilight. Until then, thanks for watching, and just a reminder, I love Dungeons & Dragons and the people who play it. We will see everybody next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!
Bye.